You think you know me? Say I'm as cold-hearted as they come. You think I'm slowly cutting my ties with you, that I'm done. Here's what you don't know. Feelings, they grow slow. I've just been caring for mine. Now I can feel it. Now I believe it. Baby, tonight is the night. I'm gonna call you up in the name of love. Gonna call you up and tell you that I'm not giving up. In the name of love, I'm not giving up yet on you. In the name of love, in the name of love. In the name of love, in the name of love. You think it's easy, yeah. Falling in love, well, maybe for you. I think it's crazy, oh no. But I'll be damned if I'm not a fool. Here's what you don't know. Feelings, they go slow. I've just been caring for mine. Now I can feel it. Now I believe it. Baby, tonight is the night. In the name of love, in the name of love. In the name of love, in the name of love. I'm gonna call you up in the name of love. Gonna call you up and tell you that I'm not giving up. In the
Welcome to Free Live Tarot Readings. I'm TarotOracle and I do the readings.
It's 6:30. Time for the TarotOracle show.
Bartman, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. We got a Grim Reaper question. That'll be interesting. Neve, Maruta, and I think that's it. Welcome, all three people. And yet, we have 11 viewers, so I don't know. We have three people that chimed in. Let's see. Heaven and Earth Tarot. Where in the world is that one? I gotta hunt that down, Bartman. Oh, here it is. Okay. Okay. That was, I haven't used that one so long that I kind of forgot what the back looked like. I'm not going to lie. I kind of forgot what the back looked like. I was like, oh my, I did not know. Did not know at all. Anyway, PieWar and Selene, welcome to the stream. Good to see y'all. All right, Grim Reaper is removing friends from Bartman. Let's find out what's going on with that. Why is I don't know if they're going to be able to tell you that. I mean, I don't know if we're going to be able to narrow down what's up with the Grim Reaper. If you haven't read the book, by the way, by Pierce Anthony called On a Pale Horse, it talks about the Grim Reaper basically gets accidentally killed by somebody. And so that somebody has to take over the Grim Reaper's job. And so he goes on strike and he refuses to take any souls. Anyway, it's a really good book. It's a really weird book. It like weird to the weird extreme, but that is it, you know. PieWar, I already said hello to you. Okay. Now, we're going to have to click on Bartman's question so we can actually do that. Okay, now, we got a Grim Reaper question. What a way to start the day. Okay. Oh, man, I don't know. Well, you know, I guess this one kind of fits the bill. You know what I mean? Cinderella, welcome. Good to see you. I guess if you had one card that you kind of wanted to have in the reading, this would probably be the one. I'm not going to lie. So, you know, that is just the way it goes. The world is sort of that time. It's sort of a rejuvenation kind of thing. King of Swords, something sort of waiting for them in the sidelines there. We got material gain. I don't know. I'm going to say that they seem to have everything that they needed done. I mean, sort of rounding out, you know what I mean? Rounding out everything where they had everything they did. GK, thank you for your donation and welcome, IT. Good to see you. But your material success, I've had all the success that I've need. I've done all the things with this particular soul instance that I needed to do, and maybe it's sort of time to hit the alternate solution, I guess, with the ruin. But yeah, it just seems like they got everything done that they needed. Material success. I did everything in this particular instance, in this particular soul instance that I needed. I learned the lessons that I had needed to learn, that I needed to develop. I needed to sort of finish off. And so it's time to sort of move on to the next instance, right? Time to move on to the next video game, I guess. But yeah, material success. Maybe they got everything that they needed. Maybe they got everything done. Maybe they communicated all the things they communicated, touched all the people's lives that needed to be touched, did all of the types of things with that, right? Now we just sort of have the rest of the time here where we just go forth and go to the next instance. The world says it's time to go to the next soul, right? Go to the next material world, I guess. But anyway, yeah, go to the next world and sort of do what we need to do there. King of Swords says they had the opportunities, they had the things that they sort of needed in this particular lifetime, and it's time to move on. So basically, right, he's sort of winding down everything. I've completed what I needed to. Let's move on. Let's go into the world and figure out what is next for this particular soul, because it's all about learning lessons and figuring out what is going to be the big thing. I mean, we communicated with people, touched people's lives. I think that's kind of where we're here, right? Who did we touch in their life? Who did we affect? And did we make a positive influence? Did we make something that people can remember us by and whatnot? So yeah, at that point, I guess we're sort of done. But anyway, that's what the tarot says. Good spread for that particular reading. I was kind of surprised that we saw the Ten of Swords. I actually didn't think that was going to appear. In astrology, there is sort of an astrology tarot combo. I think I remember from one book that actually indicates death. Was it the Knight of Wands or something? I got to go back and read it, but I'm not really sure. That was one of those where I should have wrote it down, you know what I mean? But that's the way it goes. Sometimes you write it down, sometimes you don't. All right, what is S's next move for me? What kind of interesting and cool things can S do for us? What kind of interesting moves? Let's kind of see what moves they got. Hopefully they got moves like, what's this song? Moves like Jagger, or what is that? Yeah. Anyway, hopefully they got some moves like Jagger and they can dance, So let's see what kind of moves they have towards you, and hopefully it's going to be some good dance moves. At least that's what we hope. That's what we pray for sometimes, because that is it. Anyone have a vintage tarot deck that they recommend? Ooh, that's a good question. There's a lot of good vintage decks out there. I got to say that. I kind of liked the Golden Tarot, not the one by Cat Black, but the Golden Tarot that's more of a vintage tarot kind of thing. Anyway, Sam 4, welcome. Sam 4. Oh man, you entered and you did your best, and that was not the best. But anyway, Reiki, welcome, good to see you, and a Careless Whisper, always good to see you as well. All right, what are S's next moves towards me? Seven of Pentacles. They definitely have something planned. They have sort of an initiative, or they have sort of thing that they're pushing for, or they're definitely in that mode where they're ready to go. King of Pentacles, I do believe that they have delayed things a little bit. They pushed it back. They're not on the front lines. They're not getting what they need done. They definitely sort of backed up from their original plan and whatnot. I think a lot of things have changed in this particular instance too, right? The King of Wands. I just have some alterations that needed to happen. Maybe we're disconnected because of the Two of Swords. Maybe this is not something where we have the same ideals, we have the same goals, and not something where we are connected as well as we should be connected sometimes. But the Seven of Pentacles says they sort of working on a resolution? Are they working on something that's going to make the situation a little bit better? It's almost like we backed up. The situation hasn't been the way that we need to. Now we're sort of reevaluating what to do or how to deal with some of the situation. I think that's going to be sort of the next ideal. Three of Pentacles. There's somebody else in this mix too. Like maybe somebody they're talking to. Maybe they're getting advice from somebody. There's definitely a sort of a move towards maybe getting opinions from other people in matters and things like that. Seven of Pentacles, again, points to sort of creating something, inventing something, moving forward, getting the next big thing going. And Two of Swords, you just kind of don't know what they're doing until they do it. And that's kind of the MO for this person too. You just don't know what is next. A little bit of mystery, a little bit of the unknown. I don't really understand what is going on. So maybe a lack of communication, maybe some distance happening there, right? Two of Swords with a little bit of a distant characteristics, but be reevaluated, backed up, looked at, and then sort of reinitiated, right? Seven of Pentacles, sort of coming up, trying to make amends. Seven of Pentacles is a good card where you just have the opportunity to do something better, right? Seven of Pentacles. I'm working towards the next big thing. I'm planting the seeds for success. And this is something that's going to be good overall and something that's going to be high quality in the long run. So it looks pretty good. That is sort of the next move towards us. We got Ms. Tarot D. Welcome to the stream. Ms. Tarot D, I did ship your deck out. Be random with me. Be random with me indeed. Happy Hump Day. Yes. It is hump day indeed. Hope everybody had a good humping this afternoon and you're ready to go for Thursday because Thursday is going to be interesting indeed. All right, wonder what is coming up next. What kind of exciting, exhilarating things are in the sidelines that we need to know about? Let's go to, speaking of exciting, let's go to the Tarot Tower. I bumped it a little bit. I need to back it up. I think it's focused a little too low there. All right, we're going to go. There we go. All right. Tarot Tower has been fixed. Man, it has been a minute since we have used, I gotta say, we have used this. All right, we got a PayPal donation from Careless Whisper. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Feels like a humping kind of day, don't it? You know, it's one of those days where I mean, if you're going to hump, you might as well hump on stream. That's what I'm saying. All right. Rocky's World, I thank you for your donation. I hope you win big in Vegas indeed. That would be exciting. I like that. Maruta had a good nap. I needed a good nap, but I had to drive everybody everywhere today. So, you know, nap time was removed. Nap time. That's easy for me to say. We will catch up on the nappy time tomorrow, though I can assure you, I guarantee that. All right, let's see. Although I can assure you, I guarantee that. All right, let's see. Wonder what's coming up for me. Man, a little bit of a view into an area that you haven't seen before. I think that is the big opportunity here, right? I mean, but a little bit of a view into something that you haven't had before. And that could be a situation that has been sort of a mysterious thing or something that you didn't really know about or something that wasn't sort of transparent. I think it really sort of comes about and it shines and it gets some stuff happening. Gupta, yes, ask a free question. Sure. We may get to you. Depends on the donations. But yeah, man, that is sort of all about enlightenment as well. So normally the Hanged Man, a lot of different interpretations and whatnot. In this particular one, really leaning towards enlightenment. I think you're looking at a level of enlightenment, a level of understanding that you haven't had before. Sort of being in tune, sort of having a connection almost with something that you haven't really seen before, or haven't really interacted with before, and all of a sudden you get a lot more information, a lot more in the grapevine, as they say. The three I think because you're basically on this road to enlightenment, you're on the road to this new understanding, you're now kind of looking at things a little bit differently. In other words, what can I do with this or that particular thing? How can I interact with this or that? What can I sort of do long term? So it almost makes you look out into the world a little bit differently and a little bit more opportunities that you now see. And I think you're going to be able able to chase those. Whereas before, you kind of, not really on that path. The two, it is all about decisions and a proper sort of analysis of things that are going on once you sort of get in that mode. So make sure to sort of double check what you see. Do some analysis on it before you make any big commitments, big understandings of that. I think that is going to be the opportunity that you need. Corey, welcome. Good to see you. All right. Next, we got Careless Whisper wants to know something. They want to know date Friday. Oh my, we got a date Friday. That's what I'm talking about. You know, you got that new adventure, you know, you pray that this person's going to be half decent. You hope for the best. When I hope for the best on a good date, I go for this deck right here, otherwise known as the Tarot in Wonderland. RR, thank you for your donation. Joan, welcome to the stream as well. All right, let's see. We got a jumper. The jumper is 9 of Pentacles. Ooh, that's a nice one. If I had one jumper I had to choose from, 9 of Pentacles would be it. That's one of those nice and comfy and easy-going jumpers that you just kind of like, right? You look forward to seeing one of those. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's see what's going on with this date. Yvette, I thank you for your donation. On this date, 9 of Pentacles. It's sort of an interesting 9 of Pentacles, too, because you have a road. We're on a new road with this individual. I don't think this is the last date. If you should choose to, what's the Mission Impossible? If you choose to undergo this mission or whatever it is. Anyway, Jeffrey, thank you for your donation. And RR, thank you for the double shot donation indeed. Jeffrey, let me know what your question is. I'll put you in the queue. We're on a road. We're on a road with this particular individual. This could be the first of many dates indeed. Reason I say that is because we're on the road, but sure, okay, where are we going? I think the default here is the 4 of Wands. Happy home, happy family. But the new home, the new family, I think this is sort of nice. We have some opportunities that we would like to take with this individual. RR, I thank you for your other donation. But yeah, that 9 of Cups. Mr. Romance, I do think that they come out as a nice romantic individual, very focused on sort of, making people happy, having a good interaction. I think they're fun to talk to. I think it's a pretty good date overall. Now, of course, as with anything, you can be like, yeah, I had a good time, but F them, but F them. So, it's up to you. I think that is it. But, overall, the date looks decent indeed. Can we get some love balloons? I think so. I think the love balloons are required over here. Maybe there are some babies in the future from this date. You don't know. You don't know until it's too late if there could be some babies from this interaction too. All right, wonder what's coming from me. We already got that. Rocky is next. Want to win big money in Vegas. This is what I'm talking about. You go to Vegas, you have all of these high hopes. You're like, I think I know how to play blackjack pretty good, or I think I know how to play craps, or, I should just spin the roulette wheel. It's 50-50, right? It's 50-50. How hard can it be? I think that's where you all go wrong. That's where we lose the house. But, that's where we lose the house. Anyway, be random with me. Thank you for your donation over PayPal. I got you covered. Going to do a conceive reading from you and Boo Boo. Oh yeah, we'll get a conceive reading indeed. I got the baby animation. Might as well to make use of that. All right, will I win a big 5 of Cups? No. It looks like Vegas takes a little bit of your money. Maybe you should spend more money at the M&M store, because that is a place where your money goes farther than it should, right? By the way, if you haven't been to Vegas lately, I heard a story from somebody that just came back. They said that the price of Vegas is absolutely hilarious. They got an orange Julius. It's basically an orange drink, right? And it was like a large orange drink from a fast food. And the dude said that it was $15. He said, I kid you not, the Orange Julius was $15. Anyway, I was like, oh my God. Paula, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing? But yeah, I mean, you know, you gotta, I think that's where your money's probably going to go there. So hopefully you win some to pay, at least pay for that. 5 of Cups says, no, maybe not. Maybe not. The best opportunity here. 8 of Cups, you leave a little bit of disappointed. 5 of Cups, you're disappointed while you're there. I do not think you're going to win the big money. You're going to make the gazillion dollars. You're going to go out of there with all the casino winnings. It may not be possible indeed. Looks a little rough. I'm not going to lie. All right, let's go for the next question there. RR, we got D. We got a bunch of RR questions. We got 3 of them. Let's do this now. Let's do the RR. Let's see. We do the RR double shot, right? How many donations do RR have? We had 1, 2, 3. We got D, we got manager, and raise. All right, let's do D, manager, raise. Okay, we'll do that. D's current feelings for me, manager thinks of me, and raise. All right, we're going to do the D triple shot. You know we need a good deck for this. I'm leaning towards my deck, of course. If you don't have this deck, you can get it. We just had a bunch of people order it. We had, oh man, who just ordered it? We had a bunch of people ordering it. So, yeah, we just shipped a bunch of those out. Miss Tarot D, that's it. Miss Tarot D ordered one. We had somebody else order one. I think it was Cinderella ordered one. Yeah, we got a bunch of people ordering one. So, sent those out. If you want one, it's only $19. I'm just saying, that is a decent deal for a nice tarot deck that I made, handmade. I haven't had a bad review yet. I got to say that. Not a single bad review on this deck. Knock on wood. So yeah, it's nice. It's got good thickness. It's good card quality. Images are crisp and vibrant. I spent a lot, and I mean a lot of time on this thing. Anyway, all right, we're going to see what's going on. First off, we got D's current feelings for me. The Lovers with the King of Pentacles. We've seen some good D readings, right? We've seen some good D readings. I think that's the big opportunity. The Lovers card in here, we've seen that again and again in this reading. It's like the D connection doesn't play with a 2 of Cups or an Ace of Cups or anything like that, right? It almost goes straight for the jugular with the Lovers. That's exactly what you need, the biggest opportunity. 10 of Swords says there are some delays. There is some cutting. There is some delay, some distance between us before we can sort of get back in there and see what's going on with D. King of Pentacles says they're kind of happy, content with what they're doing now, the adventure they're having now, but they do still have feelings. You see that with the Lovers. And again, you've had the Lovers a few times before this. So I'm just saying, no matter what deck I pick, you end up with the Lovers quite often with that. 10 of Swords just kind of points to, yeah, maybe not now. It is going to be a little bit, but that is how it works. Cinderella wants to track their order. Cinderella, I did send you a tracking number you should be able to use. So go on USPS site and, or you can type that tracking number that I sent you into Google, and Google will recommend the USPS tracking site for you. And then you can go and you can see when it arrives. It should arrive very quickly. So like 2-3 days max. Jasmine, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. All right, the next RR question is, let's see, what does the manager think of me? Does the manager like me? And I think that is kind of related to getting a raise too. I mean, if the manager thinks your performance is in the gutter, that's probably not going to get a raise. I mean, I'm just saying with all of that. Temperance, the Tower, and the High Priestess. All right. The High Priestess does say, you know everything you need to know. You benefit people by being present at work. I think that's one of the big opportunities here. High Priestess, right? Handling the Torah. They have the Torah in their hands. And, you know, in that manner, it says that we have the knowledge that we need, the experience that we need to do a lot of things. And I think it shows people love people that can just get the job done. And that's you, right? Hooping Rabbit. Whoa, it's been been a minute. How are you doing? Good to see you. We got Selene with another donation. Thank you for hanging out. Everybody, it is hump day. Hopefully you had some good humping today, and we can get ready for Friday and the weekend is what I'm talking about. All right, the High Priestess, yes. High Priestess, you have everything you need. You're able to help other people with that. The Tower, I think your company's going through a little bit of restructuring or money issues or something going on with that. The Tower kind of points to a big organization, a big kind of company too, right? And I think that sort of you're running into maybe some limits. Are you running into some things that just haven't been available to them? Overall, the Temperance says that they like you, but they need to balance out, like, what are the priorities? How much money does this company have, and all of this other stuff. So just be aware. Just be aware. They may not have all of the resources going on, and maybe a little bit of restructuring back in the background. That's what I'm saying. All right, Ultraviolet. I thought it was Tuesday. I mean, hey, it is definitely not Tuesday. I had all my meetings today were Wednesday meetings. So unless, I think it's Wednesday. I'm pretty sure. But I'm the one that has the day wrong half the time on the title anyway. So, that's the way it goes. All right, Page of Cups over here with getting a raise. Strength, Six of Swords. I really think it's going to be a little bit longer. Can I go back to the last reading, point to the Tower, and kind of say, I saw this coming. I kind of saw this coming with that Tower. Michelle C., I welcome this stream. But yeah, the strength, right? You got to have some patience here. You got to have some patience. You may not be able to get the raise this go around. It may be a little bit delayed with that. Six of Swords is a slow moving vehicle. I talk about this in my book. It's just a slow moving vehicle. It's not a vehicle that goes the distance that we need, goes the speed that we need. It sort of drags down a little bit. You just got to be aware that this takes a little more time than what you thought it would take. So yeah, don't see a raise on this particular instance, but maybe later, maybe at the next opportunity, we could get a raise, but I just don't see it. Page of Cups, I just don't have it. I just don't, if I could, I would. Maybe they say that. I'm not sure, but I'm just saying, if I could, I would with all of that. You just checked. It is Wednesday indeed. I'm glad that I'm correct then. There you go. All right. Hump day is hump day. I mean, every day could be hump day. Depends on how much stamina you got. Yvette has a question, and I have no idea what it is. Yvette wants to know, how will my trip be at the end of the month? Hopefully it is wonderful, beautiful, and ecstatic. And that's what you need. You need a good trip right now. You need something that just goes perfectly. It goes well. Everything's smooth. You don't have anything, no hiccups. You need one of those is exactly what you need with that. I like the strength card. Thank you so much. That strength card with the dolphins, by the way, is actually from my original digital tarot deck, but I modified it to be in this deck. So it's not watercolor, it is digital, which I thought somebody was going to bust me on. I'm not going to lie. Right? I thought somebody was going to bust me on it, and they were going to be like, yo, that looks digital. It doesn't look watercolor. Okay. So what I did was I ran it through a watercolor filter in Photoshop. So I cheated. That's what, that's what I needed. I cheated right there. So now it looks a little more watercolor after the watercolor filter. So the actual image doesn't have all the little blotches on it. The dolphins are crisp and clear, and the mermaid is crisp and clear. And back then I could not draw faces. So the face is just like a little dot for the eye and stuff like that. But I cheated. I ran a watercolor filter over the digital image, and, I'm just a dirty cheater. That's the way it goes. All right. Vitamin E for hump. Maybe. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a health expert, but I mean, we could all use maybe a little bit more vitamin E. All right. Anyway, how will the trip go in August? Speaking of some vitamin E, getting out in the sun, getting all the good vitamins in there. Judgment, the rebirth, the reincarnation, Four of Pentacles, hanging on to your cash. Man, this is a good trip. Either you're running into money, or there's some money that accidentally hits, or maybe they're spending a little bit more money. There's some money is changing hands over here. 10 of Pentacles is happy home, happy family. So, but it's also a pentacle. The reason I'm leaning on the pentacles, because obviously we have the 4 of Pentacles right next to it, right? So yeah, there is a subsequent trip that you want to take, or you may have to take after this trip is done. Just be aware of that. Just be aware, maybe another trip. The reason I say that is the judgment, the rebirth, the reincarnation over here, sort of the locust coming out, and you may be doing an extra trip indeed. Now, 4 of Pentacles says hang on to the money if you can, right? You want to spend money, of course, because it's a trip, maybe have fun, get some souvenirs, whatever you're doing. I don't know if it's business or pleasure or whatnot, but 4 of Pentacles does say hang on to money where you can, because saving a little bit is going to be good. Happy home, happy family, but also maybe a money opportunity. I'm not going to ignore it. I'm not. So these two are kind of filtered into a 6 of Pentacles, in my opinion, right? Where you just handed money. So you could get some money indeed from this trip. Definitely watch your spending. Don't go all the way home with that. Judgment, the rebirth, the reincarnation. I do think that you may have an alternate or a return trip based off of what you see or what's going on with that. Maybe you just have such a good time. You're like, we got to go again, man. We got to go again. That's what I'm talking about. Jeffrey wants to go again. They have a question for me tonight. What can I do to overcome addictions? Okay, we can do that. We can do that. What can I do to overcome addictions? Because sometimes addictions do grab us. They pull us into different directions, and they are difficult to release many times. They are difficult to release indeed. What can we do to manage, to fix, to address some of this? We're going to do it with the Thoth and see what kind of good things we can find out in this particular read. All right. The problem with the addictions is they bring you joy and you don't really have any replacements. So that's sort of the first card, right? They bring you joy, but you really don't have anything to replace it. So let's say that I have a food addiction, which I actually did for a long time. I mean, that's why I was 415 pounds, you know. You don't get that by having a non-food addiction. But yeah, let's say we have a food addiction and we really don't have anything to replace it. And so we know we need to address this. And so we just yank out all the good food and all of this other stuff. But yeah, Gupta and Joanna. Oh, Gupta's already been here. Joanna, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. So we really don't have any joy, have anything to chase, have anything that replaces that. So we remove all the good food. So now I have carrot sticks and ranch dressing. Now I have, some tasteless crackers. So what am I the first thing I'm going to do? My addiction comes up, really would like something. I really don't have anything to replace it that brings me the same amount of joy. You need to replace it with something. That could be an exciting hobby. Maybe we want to go painting. Maybe we want to do something thrilling, exciting. Maybe, sort of working out, give you that endorphins and whatnot. You need a replacement therapy kind of thing to happen with this too. Now, this is also something that brings you joy. You need to dig in and find out, why do I need this? Right? Why do I need this? Jamie Lee, thank you for your donation. In other words, it's a pretty simple question, but it's a deep question. Why do I need the food? What does it give me? In my particular case, it gave me just kind of, just gave me just joy. I really didn't have anything else. So I was going through a divorce and all this other stuff. So it really just it sort of gave me the therapy that I needed by activating the brain centers for pleasure. So why do you have these addictions? What does it bring to you? Because it's bringing you something positive. What is it? I think that's what you need to determine, because there's some great positivity here. It's bringing to you why do you need that in your life? Ask that question. And we have another couple over here with the moon. Ultimately, you need to begin the journey away from the addictions, right? And that could involve some therapy. That could involve help from friends. Jamie Lee, thank you for the double shot. I appreciate you. But yeah, it could involve a lot of different things. You need to figure out the journey, and you need to begin the journey away from the addictions. It maybe cold turkey isn't your style. Maybe you want to reduce it, right? In my case, I did cold turkey, but I could have easily replaced a snack with something healthy for a week or 2 weeks, replace another snack with something healthy for a week or 2 weeks. You just go through that process and it becomes a new normal, becomes a new habit, right? What is it, like 6 weeks or something like that? And you got a new habit. Anyway. But yeah, you need to start the journey, make it slow, and just basically replace what you got. Jamie Lee with a triple shot. Thank you so much. Ultimately, it is about your life, and you got to sort of look at it in a very good way. You have to say, this is my life. If I don't kick this addiction, what are the penalties, right? In my case, if I didn't kick the addiction, I was going to end up I did end up in the hospital. But yeah, so you kind of gotta go with that. Anyway, that's my advice. As with anything, if you have an addiction, go see a therapist, doctor, whatever you need, a professional, because I'm just a tarot reader. So entertainment purposes only. Never assume any advice based on a fat man reading your cards on the internet. Jasmine, how does Lieutenant J feel about me? By the way, I did not forget you be random with me. You are coming up next. Coming up next indeed. Collecting tarot decks. That's not a bad addiction. That's a tax write-off. Anything that's a tax write-off is a good addiction. So I don't have to pay taxes on these tarot decks, right? So, I mean, I buy all of them. I buy all the tarot decks. I buy one of each of the tarot decks. But that's benefits of being a tarot reader with an EIN number. You can deduct tarot decks. I can deduct the light over there. I can deduct the tower cam. I can deduct the tower. I can deduct all this stuff. Anyway, but yeah, may be dangerous. Could be. All right. How does Lieutenant J feel about me? The Lovers kind of says it all. That you really don't need any more cards. You just need this one card. You can kind of clear off the rest of this spread. It really doesn't matter at that point. We can get the Heart of Hearts up in here. But ultimately, the Lover's card being smack in the middle of this love sandwich is nice. Is nice indeed. Page of Swords, though, just saying, they're not good with communication. They're not just going to be right up front with all the communication. They're going to hold back a little bit. I'm sorry. They're not going to be the way that you want them to be, with sort of expressiveness, letting you know things, because that is a big thing there. Nine of Pentacles, too. It does kind of say that they're a little slow moving when they do move. So when they make the big move, it's a little bit slow. I'm sorry. It's the way it goes. Ultimately, they feel great. I mean, the Lover's card, you can't deny it. Couple of little negatives around it. That doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, is what I'm saying. But yeah, tax deduction. There you go. Can you deduct the cat if it appears often? Maybe I can deduct Baxter and Brooklyn. They are on the intro. I'm just saying. They are on the intro. All right, maybe we can deduct their dog food. Selene's infinite. Oh, wait. I said I was going to do Be Random with Me next, and then I stiffed her. Be Random with Me. I'm sorry. Be Random with Me. Can you forgive me? Can you forgive me? I made a mistake. All right, we're going to do Be Random with Me. Is it Be Random with Me? There you go. BRWM. All right. No, that's not the Be Random with Me's question now, is it? That is Selene's question. All right, let's go. Let's make it happen. Love question in chat. Oh my. Okay, let me find out the question in chat. My new sofa needs to be delivered. Oh man, needs to be delivered. It's the baby that's supposed to be bringing the sofa doesn't have the sofa. They don't have the sofa. The baby can't carry the sofa. Okay? All right. If we're going to get, the baby just crawls around. They're not very good with delivering sofas. We know what the problem is. I understand fully what the problem is right now. I just showed you. All right. All right. Now we got the Teddy Bear Tarot tonight. This is the Luna Bear, the Luna Bear Tarot, making it happen. Oh man, let's see what's going on. Had to start a YouTube channel. Oh, there you go. Starting a YouTube channel. That is the place to be. You start deducting. When you start a small business, you get like $5K you can deduct. See, and I didn't do that because I'm an idiot. So I just started the business. Here's what happened with me. My thing is that I turned on money. And then lots and lots and lots of money came in really quick. So I scrambled to do the small business thing, and I didn't really do it properly. So, because I'm an idiot. Spirit, Sheila, what's going on? SMS is what I'm talking about. Good to see you again. All right. Your new sofa delivery comes up. There is you on the sofa taking a nap. It's coming. It is coming indeed. They have it coming in stock in about 3 weeks. I'm just saying 3 weeks, all right? You're going to celebrate, and they are going to carry the sofa in. They're going to put it in there, and you are going to cheer. You're going to be like, yes. Friends are going to come over. They're going to enjoy the sofa, and you are going to be able to fall asleep on that sofa with a little bit of a blankie, right? Just get your blankie ready. It's going to be about 3 weeks. But yeah, about 3, I say 3, maybe 4 weeks at the most to get your sofa in here. You're going to be happy. That's you right there. You're laying on the sofa. Like, say, you're the bear. You're sort of laying, you're sort of prone. Oh, that's the wrong way. That's not proper sofa laying position. That's like if somebody mugs you and you're now you're unconscious on the sofa. That's not proper. All right, let's do it proper. All right, here we go. There's you laying on the sofa, relaxing. There's you. You're sort of relaxing on the sofa. You got like a tarot book. You got a tarot book and you're reading it. See, this is what the stream has come to, me playing with dolls. A lot of people are tuning into this stream for the first time. And they're like, what the hell is going on? You're like, what did I even tune into at this point? So yeah, let's drop that. It was fun while it lasted. Maybe have a G.I. Joe in the next stream. I don't know. We're ruling it out. Anyway, Selene is finally up with a little bit of a general love happening. All right, let's get some general love action up in here. We need a good love deck for this. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since we've used this deck right here. It is, it's been a long time. How long has it been? I don't know. Anyway, this is the outrageously expensive tarot. So we need to make sure we don't spill any water on it. But yeah, see, Selene, you get the fancy tarot tonight. The only one that I keep in the bag. It is a Victorian romantic tarot version, Barbie and Ken for love. No, I'm a pervert. I would end up like doing weird things with Barbie and Ken. That would be entirely inappropriate. No, that would not be it. That would not be it at all. That's not something we're going to have on the stream. All right, but general love, let's do it. 2 of Pentacles. We got the Ace of Pentacles and a 6 of, that's a lot of Pentacles. It seems like that you're looking for stability in a way that is not working. You're trying to get stability. You're reaching for it. You're sort of trying to figure out where the stability comes from. Maybe we've gone through, of some inconsistency with some people. Maybe things just aren't happening the way that they need to happen. We just can't seem to find something that's steady, that just makes sense or what have you. Ace of Pentacles says that's coming. We do have a light at the end of the tunnel, and it is coming. The opportunity that you kind of need is going to be out there. Ace of Pentacles points to the good stuff, right? So we've collected the experiences here, and we are ready to go to the next level indeed. 6 of Pentacles says this love kind of thing, maybe the connection, if we're looking for a connection, but 6 of Pentacles is basically just sort of handed to you. You don't really have any work to do with that. And that's one of my key components when you look at love, 6 of Pentacles. By the way, that's going to be in my next book as well. So, but yeah, it's sort of handed to you easy mode. And that's what you really need sometimes. You need the opportunity to just have a love connection where you don't have to work. You don't have to put in a lot of effort. You don't have to do a lot of the stuff that, some love interests are just too much effort to make it happen. Ultimately, the Two of Pentacles says it is a level of trying to decide what you want in the relationship. Do you want something quick? Do you want something very emotional? Do you want something very physical? Do you want something kind of a long-term thing? I think you need to make that determination before you get to the next opportunity, because that is going to be something that has an open door for you if you're able to get that done. In my opinion, of course, just my opinion, the way it goes, we got the Jamie Lee triple shot is what I'm talking about. A lot of good stuff over here. Jamie Lee's, I got the triple donation. Let's get those done. New boss, impressions of me. Now, that's the second new boss. Oh, no, it's the second impressions of our boss. Hopefully, we're making some really good impressions, is what I'm saying. Thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate you. All right, by the way, if you're new here or you've been around, hit that like and sub button. It makes YouTube think that I don't suck. So if you like what you see, if you like the 300 videos that I have posted, I think that is going to be your ticket to success right now. That is going to be good, right? Hit that like and sub button. I will love you for my whole life. My entire life, I will love you every day. I will love you like you need to be loved, is what I'm saying. All right, new boss, impressions of me, the Hermit. Man, very independent. That's so good, too. A lot of times we give some tasks to somebody. They don't know what they're doing. They got to ask 10,000 different people. They're going to have somebody looking over their shoulder with every little thing. That ain't you. And that is impressive. People like that independence. The Hermit over here, you are good with the independence. You know what you're doing. I'm able to give you a task. You go off and you do it. I don't have to babysit you. That's the big thing here, right? Nine of Cups. It seems that you have just sort of you have an alluring personality that people just like. Nine of Cups, you're the kind of where the party is. So people know you, people love you, people appreciate that. And I think that's going to be the big opportunity here, because people like teamwork players, team players, not teamwork players. People like team players, and that is all about you indeed. Now, the Page of Wands is sort of over here in the background. Page of Wands is kind of like, this is sort of, we need you to do something new. And I agree with this. I think that it is time for you to stretch your legs out. Well, that sounds bad, but you know what I mean? Stretch your legs, get your new environment, get this new pathway going, get ready to run the race. Page of Wands says we have some new opportunities, new things for you. And I think they're going to give that to you because of your independence, because of all of this. So overall, they're very nice indeed impressions, and that is going to make it happen. All right, the boyfriend's feelings and intentions towards me. Hopefully it's decent, otherwise that doesn't seem to be the right boyfriend. That does not seem to be the correct boyfriend if they don't have any intentions or love or anything like that. Well, hopefully we get some good stuff over here. Oh, Jesus, with the Ten of Swords. Right in the middle, the Ten of Swords. That is not what I hope to see. All right, King of Cups. King of Cups says the boyfriend is very independent, maybe too much so. The boyfriend is kind of doing their own thing. It kind of, sometimes they're just not the boyfriend that you had hoped. Sometimes they're sort of challenged with all of that. Andrew, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. But yeah, the King of Cups, they're very emotional when they're emotional with you. So you bring out some good things. You bring out the emotions. You bring out a lot of nice things in them, and they appreciate that. They really love you. They really like being around you. Very water kind of feel with the King of Cups. Very emotional stability here and good stuff they're bringing in. Ten of Swords does say that they do want a bit of change in the relationship. So maybe a little bit of alteration, maybe a couple of things. Maybe they've expressed it to you, but they're just kind of in that mode where they do want a couple of new things with this. Maybe some new adventures, new opportunities with all of this. Overall, the Nine of Wands, it says just the connection is nice, but there does seem to be some hurt from maybe a previous relationship or something like that. We kind of need to move past. But other than that, it looks pretty clean and good indeed. A's feelings. Does he regret what he said? Oh my. What did they say that they regret? That doesn't sound good at all. That is not going to be a good reading. It almost feels like that was the last reading. Based upon the last reading's card, it feels like that was a spread that would be better for this reading than the other reading. The Ten of Swords, how does somebody feel about me? That's always unusual, right? You kind of gotta see where it's going. If the Ten of Swords has a bad supporting card, like maybe, Heartbreak, Three of Swords, or the Tower, or Death, or something like that, you're like, ugh. Anyway, all right, will they regret what they said? Judgment, yes, they will. We're going to go with a thumbs up on this. They're coming back and they're like, yes, I know I disappointed. I know that I hurt. I know I disappointed. That's not something that they want to kind of, fess up to, but they're going to have to at the end of the day. Judgment, the rebirth, the reincarnation with no E. I know half y'all are mad. The judgment without the E is like half y'all want it and the other half don't. So you never know what you're going to get. But yeah, they're going to come back. The rebirth of here, they're going to come back and sort of say, hey, yeah, I regret this. Probably a bit overboard. That's just going to be the opportunity there. Empress overall says, you just got to kind of get comfortable with their opinions, because sometimes this person is opinionated, and if it's gonna bother you every time, there could be an issue over in the long run. Overall, the Five of Cups says they immediately regretted it, and they do regret it. So the Five of Cups, I'm a bit upset about what I did. Maybe got emotional, maybe got some things in there, but the Empress says, be comfortable with who you are, how you are, and don't let anything that they say affect you, because ultimately you're fine as you are. You don't really need them to approve of anything. Anyway, all right, NN. How does my ex W feel about me, and have they moved on to bigger and brighter pastures? Maybe they have moved on. Whoa, we'll see. This could be the opportunity there. We'll see what is happening with moving on, and maybe that's something they want to do or they don't want to do. Let's see what's going on with the moving on aspect here. Eight of Pentacles, 7. Oh my, they did move on. I can tell you that. They did move on indeed. 7 of Swords is one of those key cards that's just easy mode with reading, right? Because you have the 7 of Swords. I've snuck out. I'm doing my own thing. I moved on. I'm making some better opportunities for myself and what all, So they it did that. So it sort of answers that question there. Now, how do they feel about us? Knight of Cups is the romantic card. They still have a little bit of the feels in there. It's not quite drowned out. The opportunity is not quite closed out just yet. And overall, they just still have the feels. Now, is that hair? What is that on this person? Is that hair? Oh, no, that's drawings. It's a lot of drawings. It looks kind of hairy, You got to zoom in to see the drawings. Anyway, but yeah, still have the romance. They have indeed moved on. Eight of Pentacles says that ultimately, I think you'll get a communication from this individual sometime. I don't think it's permanently over. Eight of Pentacles says we need to work on stuff. And why would you need to work on stuff if somebody's not around? I think that they may indeed be back eventually. I think that is an opportunity if you want to re-invite, if you want to get them back into the life, get them back in moving. That could be the open door that you need. Indeed. See, that rhymed. PieWar knows it rhymed. Should I take a business trip to Mexico? Oh my, let's see if that trip is going to be good. We're going to do an Art of Adventure tarot, because adventure awaits you in Mexico indeed. Jamie Lee, thank you for your 4th donation tonight. I greatly appreciate you. All right. And let's see what's going on. What is going on? All right. Business trip. Is it going to be a decent trip? Is it going to be, we're going to get there. We're going to do business. Clearly, we're going to do some business once we arrive. But is the business trip the best opportunity, the best use of our time, resources, and stuff like that? Ace of Pentacles kind of says yes. It says this is the window of opportunity. Now, be aware, in Mexico right now, on the border, I think there are some problems. So you may not want to go in that particular place. So apparently there are some, there's a big gang war going on over there or something. There's a lot of things on the news about stuff burning and people getting shot and what have you. You want to watch out. That's not the town you want to go to. But the Ace of Pentacles is a business trip indeed. It's sort of interesting that you have a hand receiving and giving the pentacle. It's almost like this business trip opens up some good opportunities for you that you can take and get going with that. Ultimately, the Ten of Cups feels like there's a lot of things you get done that otherwise you would not have gotten done, right? You got a lot of things done, but and otherwise you would not have gotten. So I think that's going to be a great opportunity for you. Ten of Pentacles, happy home, happy family, very good indeed. King of Swords says definitely take charge with this trip. Go do what you need to do. In other words, don't let other people sort of distract you from your goal. If you're going with a goal, you want to make sure and get that accomplished. This is not something that you want to take all this time, money, investment. You do not want to waste all of that. So the King of Swords says, yes, yes. Make sure you get your goals accomplished once you embark. And I think that's going to be the key component here. Jamie Lee, does the boyfriend still love me and what should I do? I really think so. I think the boyfriend does love you. Just have a couple of tweaks or what have you. I think the boyfriend looks pretty good. You had a couple of challenging cards in there, but I wouldn't really be like, I wouldn't really be like that. PieWar sells art from Mexico. That's very nice indeed. They already had a shipment stolen. Oh my, that doesn't sound good at all. All right, let's see. Does the boyfriend still love us? What can we do? Is everything going to be okay? Chariot, the Star, the Nine. It says don't really worry about that. Don't really worry about anything negative. Everybody has a couple of tweaks to make in any relationship. Just be aware that, you got to do a couple of tweaks when you have to make things function and work. Overall, the Star, we're intimately connected here. The Star is such a beautiful, wonderful kind of opportunity card. It just says that we are ultimately connected by fate. We're ultimately connected by a higher power. And I think the Star sort of says that, and it reinforces that. It gets you excited. It gets you motivated. That's kind of where you want to be with that. So ultimately, it just says, just be comfortable, be relaxed, not a big thing at all. Chariot says we're moving forward with this. Not a problem at all. Moving forward, making it happen, getting all the things done with this. A Chariot is a good forward movement. In any relationship, you want to move forward. You don't want to stagnate and be stuck in a particular thing. But yeah, the Chariot, we are moving forward. This is very powerful indeed. Now, the Pentacles said the stability is there. I wouldn't worry too much about it. The stability is there. As with any relationship, you do have a couple of hiccups. You got a couple of speed bumps. You need to make a couple of tweaks. You make it happen. Not going to be a problem overall. Now we're out of donations. We're out of donations for the first time. Andrew, correct me. We're out of donations for the first time in like 3 months. Have we ever had a stream where we're out of donations? Who had a free question? Let's see. How is it a tax write-off? R. Isaacs, if you have a small business and an EIN number, you can write off anything that is necessary for you to run your business, which looks like this. That is literally necessary for me to run my business. So I can deduct all of these tarot cards. I can deduct all of the tarot cards. I can deduct the camera, the lighting, and all this other stuff. The chair, anything that basically is necessary and required for me to do business. All right. Let's see. We're going to go through here. Gupta had a Gupta. I think it's Gupta. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, all right. NN has another donation. Thank you. I appreciate that. I need to get an EIN. Be careful. Selene, be careful. It's an extra 15% tax. Extra 15%. So if you're paying 20% tax on everything, anything in your small business earnings is 15% more. And I think the government just hired like 10 million new IRS agents, so you will be audited. So yeah, you got to keep exhaustive records. Keep exhaustive records. All right, why did a W break up with me? Let's find out. If somebody's going to break up with you, it always makes it a little bit better when you have a something world, spectral world tarot. Makes it all better. You know, we'll see. You're boring and you don't have a question. You're anything but boring, I can tell you that. All right. My phone is blowing up over there. Christina wants something, but I don't have my phone on me, so I don't know what she's texting. Cinderella, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. I've been a fan of your review of the Liberty. Oh my God, Jeff, you've been around long. Jeff is old school. Jeff. Wow, this is amazing. Jeff, you have been around long time. Like before I went on vacation to play video games and stuff. Jeff is one of the original supporters of the channel, apparently. That's really cool. Anyway, Spectral World. Why did a W break up with me? The Four of Cups. Man, it was the Ten of Cups. The Four of Cups. They just didn't want what the relationship had. Right? They wanted something different than what the relationship had in store. The Four of Cups is you getting things and you're getting things and you're getting things. And after a while, you just run out of interest, right? It's like eating a pizza every meal for a year, you know? After a month, you're like, man, I need something more than this pizza. But I mean, you know, that's the way it is. Anyway, but yeah, the Four of Cups. It's just, they didn't want any more of what the relationship had to offer. Temperate says they wanted something new, some balance. They wanted some other opportunities and making that happen. And ultimately, the Ten of Cups, they went and found happy home, happy family with somebody else. So yeah, that is it. So, I mean, sometimes it just kind of, you know, you just kind of peters out. No pun intended. No pun intended. This is the Spectral World Tarot, by the way. Go get you one. They sent this to me. They said, well, wait a minute. Did I get that? Yeah, they sent it to me free for ad. So there you go. It's on the Etsy site. To go to Spectral World Tarot, and it is in the link in there. Does the universe listens to my desires and dreams? Cinderella, I listen. I listen. That should be enough. Screw the universe. I listen to your desires and dreams. We need a dreamy tarot. No, we can use. Oh, can we do that? We need a nice dreamy tarot for this. I like this one. Tivon, welcome. Good to see you. How you doing tonight? It is Wednesday, everybody. Someone from Mars, welcome as well. Good to see everybody tonight. It is hump day. Hopefully y'all had a fantastic Wednesday. You are ready for the weekend because I am ready too, is what I'm saying. Does the universe listen to my desires and my dreams? Four of Swords says yes. The Four of Swords is all about the dreamscape. All about the dreamscape and the dreams and getting into dreamland and getting sleepy time. You see, it's getting sleepy time. When you're asleep and everything is going well and everything's sort of, you know, moving the way it needs to move. It is time indeed to have some fantasy, some adventures. And I think the universe kind of pays attention, right? You almost have the universe looking at your sleep. You have examining your sleep indeed. Justice card says, we can't deliver everything. Cinderella, I can't deliver it all. I can't deliver everything. Maybe 10%, maybe 30% on some days. But yeah, you know, can't deliver it all. But I try. Overall perspective. And perspective is interesting because it's like this dreamland, right? Like this dreamland with a doe, a deer, a female deer. And behind him is a sun ray, a drop of golden sun. And me, okay. Anyway, but yeah, perspective. It's all about how you look at things. How do you look at things? How do you view things? Because your reality is based on your thoughts, your imagination. the more you imagine something cool, the more you feel the excitement of having the cool thing, the more you get it, right? And that's kind of my path, right? I realized after reading a gazillion Seth books and Jane Roberts that I kind of made my own adventure, right? I kind of made my own adventure, and your whole life is a create your own adventure book where you kind of go into the different pages and stuff like that. Fisherman, welcome. It's going great. How are you doing? It's fine Wednesday, but your imagination leads you very quickly to a new reality, right? Because I started art. And I just imagined that I was good at it. I imagined that I could do things that I couldn't do. And I got excited because I thought that I could do them. And all of a sudden, I learned very quickly how to do these things, right? Same thing with all the stuff, right? Ham radio, martial arts, all this stuff. I realized I could create my own adventure by my imagination and my beliefs. So I think you could do too. Anyway, but yeah, perspective. It's all about how you look at things that determine your reality. So remember that and don't lose faith and don't lose sight of that, because the more negativity you have in your head, the more negativity you bring into your life. You need to have a positive outlook. You need to have excitement. You need to have adventure, right? So like stock market stuff, right? I'm doing stock market stuff right now, and I'm sort of reading the information. I'm getting all excited about it. I know that I can do it because it's mathematically based. So I'm doing, statistics here. So, doing this pattern with this, statistically, it's better to do this action rather than this other action. And so you increase your percentage from 50-50 to maybe 60-40, 70, 80, depends on the sort of, where you're at. So I realize I can do it. It's just a matter of things. So my belief is I can do it, and my imagination has me doing it, right? Because I am doing it and I'm doing this things. Anyway, so your imaginations, your beliefs will lead you to the destination that you have. So watch what is in your head, because that will determine the outside reality that you have. Anyway, and that is it for me. I am out of here. Thank you all for being here. I greatly appreciate you. Thank you so much for hanging out. And Jeff, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming by. There you go. Love you. And Jeff said, I love you, and I've been a fan since the review of the Liberty. If you haven't watched that old video, that was like back in my old house after my divorce. That was a long time ago. Anyway, thank you for your other donation. I greatly appreciate you, Jeff. And thank you all for being here. We will see you tomorrow.